Good evening. Today we're going to talk about one of the most influential rappers of all time, Tupac Amari Shakur, born in June 1971, passed away in September 13, 1996 in Las Vegas. Let's start off to his early days as he was bouncing from house to house. Bouncing from place to place in New York, from Harlem to South Bronx to Baltimore until San Bernardino in California. His mama was a member of the Black Panthers. They got acquitted right before he was born. She was looking at close to 200 years in prison. When he left New York, he went to Baltimore and was in a school of arts where he met Jada Pickett. Stuff was kind of shaky in his house. It wasn't financially things, so he always had that hammer there. They never knew where the next meal was gonna come at, so he was always searching, always trying to do better. And his mom was on under the influence of substance real bad, so it was kind of thing. And then he had a younger sister that he had to try to help defend for too. But we skip later years down the road. He got with a manager at a spoken word place that hooked him up with Shock G's from Digital Underground's manager. He met them when he first started out with them. He was on the road with them. He was like a backup dancer, and he wanted his shot. So after touring and doing some stuff like that, he finally got his shot with a verse on the same song. That was, I think, 1990, 91. He got that. After that, he kind of blew up. Then after that, he dropped his album Apocalypse Now, and that was the first song, Brenda Got a Baby. That was very deep, very instrumental. It's still, the stuff that he was talking about still goes on to this day. So in that sense, he was very prolific of what he was talking about. He was ahead of his time. So, but one thing about Tupac was he was many faces. He was many things. You cannot put him in a box. He was an actor, an activist, a gangster, ladies, ladies man, uh, uh, whatever. He was that. You know what I'm saying? You never knew you would get. Haitian Jack online. You never knew you was gonna get. You might get this Tupac one day. You might get this Tupac another day. But you know, he was just a product of his environment. You never know what a person's going to. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was so prolific, because he used to talk about stuff in his music and stuff like that. And then he was on Interscope, and he dropped Tupacalypse Now strictly from But I think the best album he had was Me Against the World, 1995, before he had to go in for that rape charge that he caught in 1993. That album right there, from the intro to Death Around the Corner, that was undeniably a piece of art. We can put up there with Mozart, Mozart, Picasso, Basquiat, anybody, Mona Lisa. It was like that. I think it was better than me. It was better than All Eyes on Me. That's just my purpose. That 1995, that was a good year for albums, because belong that album, you had the infamous Mobb Deep, you had Fat Joe Jealous One Envy, you had AZ, you had Bone Thugs and Harmony, you had Raekwon Built for Cuban Links. That was five things. But let's get back to Tupac. When he was locked up, his album went number one. He beat out Gar Brooke for the top spot. And the CEO was trying to make a joke with him. He told the CEO, "Oh, you know my album number one, right?" And the CEO said, "Man, go back into your cell." Why? And this time, while he's doing that, Notorious B.I.G. and Puffy, they are blowing up, and it kind of made him furious, because he thought they had something to do with the Quad Studio shooting that took place before he went to prison. Nobody, you know how when you down, nobody want to be. Everybody think you're a clown, but when you up, everybody think we cousins. So he had to make the move. A lot of people say it was like signing with the devil, but he reached out to Suge Knight, and after that, the rest was history. He got on death row from '95 until his demise in 1996, where he passed away. He took it to another level. On God, he took it to another level. On God. You know what I'm saying? He was dropping gems out the gym like he was in PE class. He was dropping them. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you should know by now. Tupac Amaru Shakur. He was only 25 when he passed away. You know, sometimes, man, in life, man, you put here for a short period of time, but you try to do as much as that because you know that you don't have that much time, and you know you want a legacy to leave behind. You know, so he was probably one of those guys that felt that, or his later part of life. I'm pretty sure he wanted to do some other stuff. For this reason, I'll have to put him in my top five. I have to put him in my top five of all time because what he stood for, what he was about, he didn't wear one hat, he wear many hats. We all got a little bit of thug in us, whether we want to admit it or not. And for that reason, Tupac Amaru Shakur, you one of the best. I looked up to you, especially after that movie in Juice. You had everybody you had everybody in the headlock after that movie in Juice. People thought you was that like that in real life. Oh God. But you proved that you wasn't. But you played the acting role so good, everybody thought you was. Anytime, youngsters, that you want to do anything, anybody in life, if you're gonna do something, do it the best. And when he did when he did rapping, acting, and everything, he always did it to the best ability. If you're gonna be something, be the best at it. Don't put one foot in, one foot out. And for those reasons, I come back to Tupac again. He's one of my favorite rappers of all times. He sold over 75 million copies. He had movies. He had like 7, 8 movies you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So for that reason, I'm signing off. I am hip hop. Hip hop is me. Been down with us since 1984. It's the Wiz and we out. And it's just like that.